In this video, we will be talking about the 10th step to start a foot care business. It's a little bit long, that's why I decided to divide it in two parts. This is the first part. So you have been dreaming about starting your own foot care business. When you're gonna have your holiday, when you're gonna meet your friends, or maybe doing your hobbies. In today's video, I will share my experience, how I start my foot care business step by step. First things is, of course, that you have to have qualification and experience. If you are newly qualified, maybe you don't have that very wide knowledge about how to treat complicated feet, which we don't actually meet in the school. Although we treat client in school, it's different. Those who goes to school, they don't really have that much problem with their feet. So it's very good before you start running your own business that you have very good experience and you really know what you're doing, because it can be bad for your reputation later. So how would you gain experience? If you are still unsure that you know everything, or you have a wide range of knowledge in treating clients' foot problem, there is two things you can do, of course, to gain some experience and knowledge. Is to ask a friend or ask somebody who's been running a foot care business for a while, who's got loads of experience. Maybe there is somebody in your area where you live or near you that you probably talk, or you can go and ask if you can volunteer or help them every now and then, like hang around in the clinic just to know how it works, or maybe better still, to work for free in exchange for their time that they will give to you to show you how the real business work, not just in school. If you're lucky enough, I'm sure you'll find somebody's nice enough to show you the rope. Another thing that you can do is be employed for a while, maybe 6 months or so. Work for others, and especially if it's a big salon or clinic, you find it would be good because you have other people to ask if you are unsure what to do. Looking after elderly's feet is quite complicated. They are not as straightforward as the younger feet. It's because they have lots of other problem. It's not just cutting nails. It's much more complicated. So that's the thing you can do. Volunteer or be employed for a while. Then you can be good to start your own business. Your reputation will be good, so people will tell others that you are good, so they come back, because foot care business is people come back if you're good enough. So you have gained all your experience, you're confident enough, you know that you are good enough, and you are ready to start your own foot care business. So that's getting exciting. So another thing you need to do, the number 2 step, is get your insurance. It's very important, is insurance. When you're ready, get insurance. Here in Sweden, we got insurance from the very beginning. In school, they help us get an insurance as a student because we already treat the client in school. We do half theory, 1 week theory and 1 week practice where we treat our client maybe just once a day, one client a day, just to start. And then the next week we do more theory, and then we treat maybe 2 per day. So you get more and more. The more you learn, the more they give you more responsibility, and the more people you can treat, confident enough to treat. So that's what we did here. So that's why we have insurance from the very beginning. So when you are ready to start your own business, you probably got an idea which insurance to go. Like if you had an insurance as a student, you can continue with the same insurance as a business person or professional. Or maybe you ask somebody, if you don't have insurance as student, you should look around and get an insurance. It's very important, because if you find, for example, you need to find a place to work, you need to fix it, it's nice to know that you are covered. So insurance is very important. I'll tell you later why insurance is very important, especially before you start working. Now you got your experience, you got your insurance, you need to think of your business name. I think it's very exciting to think about what your business gonna call. It's very exciting, and for some it might be difficult, but for others it might be easy. You can use your name if you think it's good name, or it's good for a business name. Of course you can use the name, but there are things that you have to think about when choosing a business name. Make sure it's no one's have the same name in your area, or the same name. So it's very easy to find nowadays because of Google's, because of internet. You don't need to go around and look for name in other area. You just type it in, and then you know if your choosing name is there or not. Because if it's already exists, Google's know it, I'll assure you. So it's quite easy to make sure that no one else use that name. Another thing you need to think about when choosing a business name is name that can be spelled and pronounced. Yeah, that's also very, very important, because if you have very complicated name, if elder tell their friends that they went to this foot care clinic here and they cannot see your name, it's not really good for your business. And it should be web friendly. Nowadays, if you want to know if the business is serious, you look it up in the website, if they have web address. So you have to make sure it's web friendly, so it's easy to find on the World Wide Web, easy to find in the internet, because not everybody, most people look it up in the internet to make sure it's serious. And although you might think that it doesn't matter because your service is designed for elderly, that they are not interested in the internet, but you never know. They might not be very interested in internet, but people around them, their kids, the carer, they are the one who look it up. So if they looking for something, when you're looking for something, you look it up in the internet. So save you from walking around the area trying to find something. If you know where it is, you don't need to spend too much time looking outside, isn't it? Because that's how it is nowadays. You look it up in the internet to know where it is and to see if there other people say something about them, things like that. The next thing is you have to think about is the name you chosen should be memorable. So it's easy to find if it's memorable. Then you have to pick a name that's consistent with what you're doing. You don't want to pick a name that says Sampaguita, or even though if you like flowers, you have to pick a name that's because it's foot care, it's about feet, it's their feet name, and it's care for feet, something like that. You know what I mean? And it's better if you make it short and memorable. So that's how you choose a business name. You have to make sure no one else have the same name. It has to be web friendly. It has to be memorable. It's easy to spell and pronounce. It has to be consistent and should be fairly short. It's only the first part. Now go ahead and watch the second part. See you there.